Shalom, shalom, Israel. We back another Tuesday night, slice and dice. I'm Officer Stephen.
And I'm Elder Nathaniel.
Hallelujah. The topic of the day is the cotton picking truth. Let me repeat that. The cotton picking truth. Because we got to understand, when I picked this title, the most I put that in my mind and in my spirit to come out with it today. Because they said that this month is the Black History Month, you know, but we finna go into some history in the Bible. I'm gonna let the so-called Black, the so-called Mexican, and the so-called Native American, that your history is in this Bible. I'm gonna say that again. You so-called Black, you so-called Mexicans, and you so-called Native American, your history is in this Bible.
That's right. It's
not nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know what I'm saying? What you think your history could be in their books, it's not. Your history, your real history, and your forefather is in this Bible right here. The Most High recorded everything. Well, we're gonna say in the biblical time, in the mid time, and this time. So with the first precept we're gonna come out with, give me John, St. John, chapter 8 and verse 32. Because Israel, you got to understand, the most high God said that the truth will make you free. Read out.
This is the book of St. John, chapter 8, verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
He said that and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So we finna go into some history to show you that you are the Israelite of the Bible speaks of. You not no Black, you not no Negro, you not a wetback, you not the Spanish, you not an Indian, you not none of these things. The most you gonna say when we get into this history, you're gonna know who you are according to the Bible. Because you'll say, and then we're gonna get into it that you will see that every nation, all the nations was not with us when we was in position that the Most High put us in. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 7. Because this thing is so serious. This thing identity is serious. You got to know who you are, because in the kingdom you got 12 gates, and you got to know what gate you got, what gate you can go through. You can't, if you from the tribe of Issachar cannot go to the gate of Judah, and Judah cannot go in the gate of Issachar.
Oh Lord.
Read up.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 7. Remember the days of old.
He said what?
Remember the days of old.
Say now, he said, remember the days of old. See, in this time, the so-called white man, he said that forget slavery, forget what we did to you, forget the butt breaking, forget what raping our women, forget the taking our children. But the Most High say what?
Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee.
Now we got Nathan, the elder Nathaniel online, and you got Officer Stephen online, me, and I'm a father, and he's an elder. So we here to tell you the truth, who you are. That's what we here for? The Most High put us in this place to show you and take you back and give you a vision in your mind and show you that who you are. The curse is going to fit you. The next one, I want to go to Exodus chapter 1, verse 1. Because you got to understand who was in Egypt.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel.
These are the name of the Edomites.
The children of Israel.
Now these are the name of Ishmaelites.
The children of Israel.
Now these are the name of the Hamites.
Children of Israel. Which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob.
With Jacob. So now, hold that up. Now you got to remember, you know what I'm saying? Jacob is Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Jacob wrestled with the angel. And he turned when he wrestled with the angel, the Most High told him, your name is not going to be Jacob anymore. It's going to be what? It's going to be Israel. Okay? So we're gonna go to Psalms 147 and verse 19 and 20, because you got to remember, you'll say Jacob, he was a chosen vessel to the Most High God, because he went from Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
What you said it was again? Psalms what?
Psalms 147 and 147 and verse 19 and 20. Because you got to remember, Israel, you know what I'm saying? The Most High gave us the laws. He didn't give the other nation the laws, because they said that they believe in the God of Abraham and Isaac and Jacob, but they don't do what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob told them to do. They are the wicked. We are the true children of the Most High God. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse number 19. He showed his word unto Jacob.
He's showing his word to the Edomites.
To Jacob.
He showed his word to the Hamites.
Jacob.
He showed his word to the Ishmaelites.
Jacob.
Read.
His statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Unto Israel. So you got to remember, Jacob's name changed to Israel. Okay? We're going to get into when he have his 12 sons. It's passed on down to generation. Read out.
Verse 20. He had not did so with any nation.
He did not what?
Did so with any nation.
He didn't deal with the other nation. He didn't give their laws to the so-called white man. He didn't give his law to the Ishmaelites. He didn't give his law to the Hamites. He gave his law to the Israelites. We're going to get into that. Read that out.
And as for his judgment, they have not known them. Praise the Lord.
The other nation do not know the judgment of the Most High God. They don't know. So they need to stop lying, because we only one know the judgment of the Most High God, because we still up under them curses that the Most High said that we were going to be upon. Them curses still on us. They not cursed. They own all the stores. They own all the land. They own all the nice houses, nice cars, got all the money. We barely making it. Try to make ends meet. Every time we get money, money goes straight through our head. How are we gonna be the blessed nation? And we still up on these curses. Go back to Exodus chapter 1 and verse 1.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 1, verse 1. Now these are the names of the children of Israel, which came into Egypt. Every man and his household came with Jacob.
You gotta remember, Jacob is the father of these here. Name, go ahead.
Reuben.
Reuben.
Simeon. Levi. And Judah. Issachar. Zebulun. And Benjamin. Dan and Naphtali. Gad and Asher.
Hold on right there. Now, Israel, you remember that Jacob was Israel. He changed his name to Israel. Now he got 12 sons. Now their name gonna be the what? Israelites. We are the Israelites. See, that right there show you who was in Egypt. It wasn't the Edomite. It don't say nothing about the Edomite. It don't say nothing about the Ishmaelites. It don't say nothing about the Hamites. But the Hamite, we are upon the Hamite because they're gonna slave us. Read up.
Verse 5. And all the souls that came out of the lions of Judah. Jacob were 70 souls. But Joseph was in Egypt already.
See, Joseph, the Most High already had a plan for Joseph. When the brothers sold him and he went to Egypt, he was preparing the way for us to go into Egypt. You know what I'm saying? So Joseph, when the first king over Egypt, when Joseph helped him interpret a dream and helped him to save the food for the depression and all that there, that's what Joseph did. The Most High put him in charge over that. So he getting us ready to come in. But you know what I'm saying? Now you got to understand, we read from the beginning, Psalms 147, 19 and 20. He gave his laws, statute, and commandment to Jacob. Now we had the laws. We had the laws right here. Read up.
Verse number 6. And Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. And the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly and multiplied.
Stop right there. He said that the children of Israel were fruitful. The Most High was blessing us. He was blessing our women's wombs. We were having children. And we was blessing, the Most High was blessing us because we were keeping the law, statute, and commandment at that time. Read.
Verse 7. And multiplied and waxed exceedingly mighty. And the land was filled with them. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt. Knew not Joseph. And he said unto his people, behold, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we.
Start right there. Now, as a new king rose up, called Pharaoh. Pharaoh didn't know nothing about Joseph and what Joseph did for Pharaoh people and for our people. So now this king rising up, he's saying that the Most High making us mighty and fruitful and multiply, you know what I'm saying, in that land. Now they getting scared. They like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on? Read up.
Come on, let us deal wisely with them. Lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
Now Now the Pharaoh, he's afraid because he see the multitude, how the Most High was blessing us, and we was get more mighty than them. Now he like, well, if we go to war with another nation, they gonna go with the other nation and go against us. So now this what's really gonna happen. Keep reading now.
Verse 11. Therefore, they did not set over them taskmasters to afflict them with their burdens. And they built for Pharaoh treasure city, Pithom and Ramsey. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew.
Right.
And they were grieved because of the children of Israel. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Say, now, hold on, stop right there. He said, now the Egyptians made the children of Israel to start being a servant to them. Because he seen the mighty, while the Most High was multiplying us in this land. And now the Egyptians like, hey man, we gotta put taskmasters over there, and they were using our people to do that, and using their people to do that, coming against the children of Israel. Our own people was coming against us and our people and their people because they wanted to be like the Hamites. You know what I'm saying? Then he said, now we got to come to serve them. They made us serve them, and we was in hard bondage right there. Keep reading.
Also, too, officer, they actually have that same threat on them today. Because they dying off and we're constantly multiplying. So that same fear is up on them. All praise.
All praise.
And verse 13. And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor. And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage in the mortar and in brick and in all manner of service in the fields.
All right there. Now, verse 14 say they made their life bitter. Is we over here, is our life bitter right now? We have to get up every morning and go into these factories, because they the mortar in fields now. We not in the physical field. We in the some of our people still in the field. Most of us are still in these factories. Okay? Now we is bitter. We are bitter. Every time we get up and work and gotta go work for them, they give us a few little crumbs here and little crumbs there. We thinking we got it going on. But we are bitter. We are bitter in this place. This place is wicked. Everything is about this place is wicked. Even the food, water, everything is no good for us. But we got over here and got comfortable. We got comfortable like we got comfortable in Egypt. This here, we was on this here, on what we reading, that was the physically Egypt. Now we're in the spirit Egypt, and we're doing the same old thing we were doing back then. Keep reading out.
All their service wherein they made them serve was with rigor.
See, they made us. They keep saying they made us to do this. They beat us to do this here. They did this. And while you're saying we over here now, they doing the same old thing. They doing the same old thing. Because we broke the commandment of the Most High God. We start doing their custom. We start doing what they doing. And the Most High took his laws and stuff from us. Then what? Moses had to reduce us to the laws again. Because we fell off. That's what we did. That's why the Most High brought these people against us. That's why we was in the hard bondage, bitter. And we are the same people. We doing the same old thing. We in this land bitter.
Gone.
Go to Amos 3, chapter 3, verse 1. Because Israel, you got to understand, the Most High God, if we break his commandment, he's going to punish us. It's just like if our children, we tell our children to do something and they go against us, we're going to punish them the same way the Most High punished us. Amos
3 and 1.
3 and 1.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Hear this word that the Lord had spoken against you, O children of Israel.
Oh, who?
Children of Israel.
No, the Edomites.
Children of Israel.
Oh, the Hamites.
Children of Israel. Against the whole family, which I brought up from the land
Hamites.
of Egypt.
No, the other heathen. The other heathen. Go back to that.
Hear this word that the Lord has spoken against you, O children of Israel. Against the whole family, which I brought up out from the land of Egypt, saying.
Now we just read who went into Egypt. It was not the whole world. So how the Edomite can put their nation into Egypt?
That's right.
How in the world, the Israelites, how they gonna put themselves in Egypt? We just read, he said the 12 sons, that's the 12 tribes of Israel, was in the land of Egypt. Wake up, this is the history. This is our history book. We repeating the same old cycle because what? We breaking the laws of the Most High God. And he said that we're going to bring us back into Egypt again. Read up. Read it too.
Saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth.
Hold it right there. He said, you, Israel, you the only family that I know. Do he know the Edomite? No. Do he know the Hamite? No. Do he know the Ishmaelite? No. Do he know the other heathen? No. He said, only you, you so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. He know you. This is your history. We bringing out your history. Read up.
Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities.
He said he will punish us for our iniquity. And we get punished over here. Yes. We are the tail. We're supposed to be the head, but we are the tail because what? We want to break the Most High God laws, statutes, and commandments. He didn't give us no religion. He given us laws, statutes, and commandments. Go to Joel 3 and 1. Because we got to understand here. This thing is so serious, Israel. This is your history. The Most High say he only know you. He is your God. He is nobody else God but your God. Read up.
This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days, for behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel.
Read that again because your phone got stuck.
Is your phone getting stuck?
No, my phone didn't get stuck, sir.
It's stuck twice already.
Okay.
All right. Start at 2.
Now go to start at 1 again.
1 again. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. Oh, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Hold on right there. He said he's going to bring the captivity of Judah and what? Jerusalem. You got the northern tribe and you got the southern tribe. Judah is the southern tribe. And Jerusalem is the northern tribe. He said he's going to bring back that captivity. That's you so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. That's what he talking about you. Read, Doc.
Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. Can you hear what you're saying?
I say read number verse 2 again, because he got stuck in it.
Verse 2. I will also gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And I will plead. Can you hear me? Hello, you froze on me, brother.
Hello?
Hello?
Okay. Say the devil trying to interrupt what we trying to bring out. Read 2 again.
I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. And will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
The Most High said right here, he gonna plead with them. I mean, he's not gonna talk to them and say, hey, can you give my people back? He ain't gonna do all that talking. He coming what? War. He would bring war to them. And then the word, he said, Israel, mean he come back and get us. The so-called blacks, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. Then he said, the nation who are scattered, who they scattered, we scattered all over the four corners of the earth. The Most High allowed them to do that because he said that it was going to happen. Go to read 3.
And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink.
Say, did that happen to us? Yes, they happened to us. That happened to us when they went into in West Coast of Africa in 1619. The Africans and the Israelites went in there and stole us and sold us to the Grecians. Then in 1492, killing Christopher Columbus came over here because when I know our brother was over here, the northern tribe, they went in there and captured them and put them on a boat and brought them all over Europe and Spain. We are the same people. So all this bickering with each other, we need to come together and keep the law, statute, and commandments. That's what we need to do. The southern and the northern tribe. We need to come together because you are the true true sons and true daughters of the Most High God. Read up. That's all of it. That's all of it. Okay. No. Go to Hosea chapter 4 and 1. Hosea 4 and 1.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel.
He said, he keeps saying the children of Israel. He keeps saying this. And we already read, we already covered in Exodus who is the children of Israel. Them the 12 tribes of Israel. Them the so-called blacks, you so-called Mexicans, and you so-called Native Americans. This is a history. We going into the history. Do you say you want the truth? Here's the truth. Read up.
Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel, for the Lord hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yah in the land.
Ain't no, before the truth starts springing up with the Most High, before the Most High woke us up, it was no truth springing out the earth. It was no mercy springing out the earth. Because these so-called enemies of ours, they were showing no mercy. They were putting their foot and their knee on our neck. It was no mercy.
That's right.
They still doing it today. Read up.
Verse number 2. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood.
Now we're gonna get into this here. We out here, we stealing from each other, we breaking laws. The Most High said, thou shalt not kill. Steal. We are lying to each other. The Most High told us not to lie to each other.
Bring it out.
And then we commit adultery. We know we're supposed to cover our brother's wives. Then we are here, what, blood touching blood. That's your brother. You killing your brother. You killing your kind. Stop it. And come keep the law, statute, and commandment of the Most High God. You want to weigh out where you the quicksand that you in? If you come and keep the law, statute, and commandment, the Most High will give you a branch and pull you out. That's what he said right here in verse 2. Blood touching blood. Israelite killing another Israelite man. The Most High is fed up with that. How we want the Most High to tell the other nations stop killing us, and we started killing each other. You need to wake up. This is your history. Back in the 40s and the 50s, you go back and you go back and look at the fields and the documentary when they come out with, they was together. When something happened, the people came together. And why we can't do that today? Because there ain't no love. We don't love each other. And Yahweh Shah told us to love each other. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. And then we don't do that. That's why we over here blood touching blood. I ain't talking about no gang banging. I'm talking about the so-called blacks. It's black on black crime, brown on brown crime. It's crazy. And the Most High telling you, he got a controversy with this. He told us to love each other. And we can't even come together to love each other. There's so much hatred in Israel. But you love your oppressor. You love the so-called red man. He's not white, but he's red. You love the other nation more than you love your own nation. Before you love anything else, you're supposed to love your nation and yourself first. and love the Most High God. The Most High God first. And keeping his law, statute, and commandments. Go to Jeremiah 17:4. Because Israel, you need to wake up. This is a wake-up call. We're talking about the so-called black, your so-called Mexican, and the so-called Native American. We're talking about you. We reading your history. We reading our history right here. It's right here in your face. That Bible, not their textbooks. The Bible. Because the Most High doctor everything what went on in the biblical time, now time, in the middle time, and now, and this time. Read up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, verse 4. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage.
Hold right there. He said, discontinue from my heritage. Because when we broke the commandments of the Most High God, he took it. He took our inheritance from us. He talking about you so-called blacks, you so-called Spanish, Mexicans, and you so-called Native American. That's who he talking about. Cause before the truth started coming out, you didn't know who you was. You saying you a Mexican. We were saying we was black as a color out of crayon box. And the Native American call themselves Indian. They ain't no savage. No, we are royalty people. We are a holy people. That's why the Most High took that from us. This is your history we be talking about. History is very, very important. Read up.
At the top of 4 again. And thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. And
that who gave thee?
That
the Most High gave that to us. He gave that to us. That's what we need to brace that. Come to keep the law, statute, and commandment. We need to brace this. You want to come out of something, you want to, what are you going through? This will help you to come out well the situation you in, keeping the law, statute, and commandments. Read up.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemy.
Read that again, up.
And I will cause thee to serve thine enemy.
Is we serving our enemies? Yes, that's true. We over here serving our enemies. Read up.
In the land which thou knowest not.
We didn't know this land. We didn't know nothing about over here because our brothers, the northern tribe was already over here, but when they came and got us, we didn't know nothing about what's going on over here till they brought us over here. When they brought us over here, they stripped us naked. They stripped us from our royalty, clothes, with our fringes. We don't know nothing. When we got over here, we didn't know nothing about this land. But you got to remember, our northern brother was already over here, but they had them in captivity. Read up.
For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger. You'll burn forever.
We had kindled a fire. He was angry. He was like, look at my people. Why my people doing this? We made agreement. We made agreement that y'all gonna keep my laws and statute and commandment, and look what y'all doing. Y'all profane the Sabbath. Y'all don't even love each other. You making a covenant, your brother wives. And the Most High told them don't do these things.
That's right.
We worship idols. We make the Most High angry. So when the Most High is angry, what do you think the Most High gonna do? Go to Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1, because this here, this what we supposed to be on top of the world. And we would follow the Most High commandments. See, that what God, you said the Most High know us. He said we was a stiff neck. We were a rebellious nation.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
No, he didn't say some. What did he say?
All thy commandments.
He didn't say just the one that you like.
All my commandments. Which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy Yahweh will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Is we on high? Are we he talking to us? He said, if we observe and do his commandment, he gonna set us high. Are we high? No, we on the tail. We are low. But the other nation is high. You got the Edomites. You got the Ishmaelites. They on top. You got the Hamites. You got all the other heathen. They on top of us because we didn't want to keep the Most High God laws. Now we finna get in the curses. Now we finna show you that you are the people of the book. Read 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, with verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Hold it right there. You so-called black, if you not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, you so-called Mexican, you not hearken to the voice of the Most High God, and you Native American, you not hearken to the voice of the Most High God. Read out.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day.
No. He commands you next week to do it.
This day.
No, he commanded you 2 months to do it.
This day.
He said this day. Read out.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
These curses fell on us and overtake us. You so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. These curses is on us. We are the children of the book. We are the children of the Most High. This is us. Ain't another nation is not going through the curses what we going through.
That's right. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field.
Is cursed in the city? Who cursed in the city? Every city you go to city, who you see is cursed. The so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. That's who you see. And who else you don't say in the field? When we was in the field, who was in the field? The Edomites wasn't. They weren't picking no cotton to sun up and sun down. Then I looked at some documental. They was when the sun go down, we were trying to get rest. We couldn't even rest because they seen the light, the moon give a full light. They got us right back up and went right back out there in that field in the night. These people don't love us. These people that we tasked to them, these Edomites love us. They love us and they take care of. Them folks don't love you. Go to jump to 30, verse 30.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 30. Thou shalt be trod a wife, and another man shall lie with her.
Hold right there. Did that happen to us? Did that happen to the so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American? These people did that to us. That's you. That's you. They did this too. Read up.
Verse number 31. I mean, finish 38. I mean 30. Talaki. Verse 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build an house, and thou shalt not dwell therein.
Hold on right there. We were building them houses. We built the White House. We built everything on this planet. And we didn't dwell in it. We would dwell in shacks. They were giving us, man, they were giving us some bull crap. And we the one going out there each and every day building them houses, building their houses, building the White Houses. And we can't even dwell in that. That's you.
We damn sure ain't never dwelled in the White House because
exactly.
we both our slave masters in that.
See, that's what I'm saying. This here is the black, the so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. That's us. They can dwell. You got Chinese going to the White House. You got the other nation going to the White House, but you ain't gonna see us going to that White House. You know what I'm saying?
God.
Be in the seat in the White House, sit with them. No, you ain't gonna see that. Read out, finish on that out.
Okay. And thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof.
Did we plant cotton? Did we plant all the vegetables? Did we plant a sugar cane field? We planted all this stuff.
Tobacco field.
But we didn't do nothing.
Right.
Nothing. Now jump to verse 32. I'm just showing the Israelite, the nation of Israelite, this is you. You so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American. This is you. These curses up on your head, up over your head. Read.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eye.
Hold right there. He said, y'all, that our son and daughter shall be given to another people. Ain't this going on right now? At the CPS, they come here and take our children. Cause somebody can call and say, yeah, she left her child in the house by herself, and they be lying, and then they don't want to tell you who called, and they come here and take your children from you. They did it back then. They doing it now.
Done.
Read out.
But thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. Oh, I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. Shalaki.
Let's read on to the top.
Which one?
Verse 32.
32, I'm sorry. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thine hand.
So when these people come and take these CPS people take your kids, your eye be looking alone for your children. Ain't no might in your hand to get your children back. It went on then, it's going on now.
Done.
Look what they did to our brothers Issachar at the border. Separate the children from the parents. These people is not for us. We need to come together as a nation and one people, you know what I'm saying, and keeping the law, statute, and commandments.
Done.
It's so hard to do. Then, you know what I'm saying, we come keep the law, statute, and commandments, the Most High will start doing things for us. he would start he started seeing his people coming together, loving each other, and you know what I'm saying, doing the high holy days together. But some of us, the 2/3, he said 2/3 gotta go. Some of the 2/3 gotta go. But I'm here to wake up the 144, those that this message is supposed to reach. Give me a 36, verse 36.
Verse 36. The Lord shall bring thee, and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy father have known, and there shalt thou serve other gods, wood and stone.
So what is the two biggest religion on this planet that we all in? We got half of Christianity and half of Muslim. Worship a wooden and worship a so-called white man hung on the cross. Then you got over here, you got the other brothers, they were supposed to worship a rock. Come on now. That's us. We need to wake up and come to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. He didn't give us no wood. He didn't give us no stones. You gotta remember, what was the first commandment? What was the first commandment the Most High God said? Don't have no God before me. I am a jealous God. Give me 37.
Verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
Hold it right there. And we come with astonishment and a proverb. And that's I want to wake up Israel. Israel, do you see? I'm seeing this thing clearly. Have an ear. Lend me your ear. Lend me your eyes so you can follow me while me and Elder going into these scriptures. So you know who you are. You know that, okay, these here fit us. These curses fit us. Because they're gonna resonate with your spirit. They've been calling them what? All type of proverbs. You a porch monkey. You know what I'm saying? You all type of names you could think of. Now we already calling each other that name. But the other, it's already bad that the nation doing. We don't need to be doing it with each other. Read out.
And a byword.
And a byword.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Shall the Lord lead thee? Did the Lord lead thee over here? Yeah. Because we broke his commandments. We broke his commandments. Wake up, Israel. Come back to the Most High God. Don't look for a Lamentation 4:17. You can't look for them. That nation don't love you. It's not going to save you.
Done.
You got to come keep these laws, statutes, commandments. We got our own king. His name is Yahweh Ba'ashem HaMashiach Yahushua. That's who our king is. That's the one who's going to come and save us. 41, jump down to 41.
Verse 41, thou shalt begot sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity.
Did our children went into captivity? Our children, when they took our children, they went over somewhere else in Virginia and sold our children. They took our children from Virginia, sold to William down in Alabama. This thing is, but these curses, but man, these curses for the nation of Israel, Israelite. Look at what he's saying.
Precept,
okay, come on with it. I'm waiting on you.
Jeremiah 50 and 33.
Okay, Jeremiah 50 and 33. Read up.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them captive held them fast. They refused to let them go.
Woo!
And what they're saying is that even to this day right here, the northern tribe, which is Israel, and the southern tribe, which is Judah, we're all being oppressed, and they will not let us go back to where we're supposed to be. They won't let us know who we are. They keep on doing the same thing, just killing us in the street. You know what I'm saying? But our people who is not woke up, they keep on, like you said, Lamentation 4 and 17. They keep on nation, they will not cannot save us.
See, everything worked out for together for comment want to edify the body of Israel. That right there. When people see this video, pay attention to what we're talking about. Go into the scriptures. Follow, you know what I'm saying? When we call out the scripture, go into the scripture and read, and you will see that the Most High is talking about us.
God,
you give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6, because that's in very, very important. You got to understand what the Most High think about us. He loves us, and he chastises us.
He do think well of us, don't he?
Yes.
God. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thy Yahweh.
He said, we are a holy people, mean we are separate. You so-called black, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American, you are separate from the heathen. Read up.
The Lord thy Yahweh has chosen thee to be a special people.
No, he chose the Edomites.
Has chosen thee.
No, he chose the Hamites.
Have chosen thee.
No, he chose the Ishmaelites.
He has chosen thee, O Israel.
He chose them filthy, nasty heathen.
Has chosen thee, O Israel.
Read.
To be a special people.
To be a what? To be a what?
Special people.
Here, Israel, do you hear what the Most High called you? Read that again,
The Lord thy Yahweh has chosen thee to be a special people.
Woo!
To himself.
He said to himself. So that lets you know the Most High do not want to share us with the other heathen.
Unkind.
No, he don't want that. He said we all heels. He don't want to share none of us. He's the great shepherd. He's the great shepherd. When the sheep and when the sheep try to go out, look further out, he brings us right back in. He's the great shepherd. He tells us that we are special. With him. Do you understand, Israel? You are a holy people, special to the Most High God. Go to 28.
above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
He said above Israel. Listen what the Most High say. You are above all people on the face of the earth. Ain't all people on the face of the earth today? Yes. And the Most High told me we are above all of them. And we come back and keep his law, statute, and commandment. That's what you got to do. I love to be, I'm ready to be over my oppressor, the heathen. I want to put my foot on their neck like they did to us.
Done.
Like they said, what goes around, comes around. It's coming around. Get ready. I would say the heathen, get ready. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
And happy should we be when we dash their little ones up against the stone.
Yeah, that's Bible. That's
Bible.
What the scripture say. Scripture say what it say.
Done.
So go to 44.
Deuteronomy 44?
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 44.
Oh, okay. All right.
We still don't need curses. Because I'm trying to wake my people up. You know what I'm saying? Look, this is us.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 44. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Hold on, right there. He shall lend to us. Is he lending? It may be a few of us he lend to, but the majority of us, he's not lending to, because he know that we are a peculiar people, special people, holy people, and once we get that money in our hand and we got a plan to make money, we're gonna outpass them. They know this. They know this. But he said that we're not gonna lend to them. Cause what? We on the bottom. How we gonna lend to somebody we on the bottom? They don't, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. I'm tired of being on the bottom. I'd rather be on the top. What the Most High said that we put above all people on the earth. You know what I'm saying? I don't want them to come to me to ask me, can they borrow a loan? Yes, you can. But in 1921, we was on top for a little bit. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, we was on top. They was in the Great Depression, but we wasn't.
Gone.
You know what I'm saying? And then they came on there and destroyed everything that we built. They destroyed that, and they took, and they destroyed, and they took. Keep reading. You gonna go to the 46.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy Yahweh.
See, we not hearken. He said, we a nation, not just one, the whole body, the whole nation of Israel is not hearkening to the Most High God. That's why the curses is gonna follow us. That's why the curses is, we try to run, go to Africa. Them curses still on us. You cannot run from the curses. Read up.
Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy Yahweh, to keep his commandments and his statutes, to keep his commandments and his statutes, which he commanded thee, and they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Ain't these curses?
Go ahead.
Ain't these curses upon us as a sign? It's just like you see, like McDonald's. You see a sign got a big M, you know that's McDonald's. You see a sign, say, a chicken place. They got a chicken on the top. You know that's a chicken place. But the Most High say these signs, these curses, gonna be on his children, on us. The other nations see the sign. Why we can't see the sign? Because we don't want to.
We want to say Massa.
Yeah. I have burning, master.
God. And upon thy seed forever.
See, it's gonna be on our children, children. This curse, the Most High is not playing with this thing. He said it's gonna be on you. Then when you have children, it's gonna be on them. Then they have children, it's gonna be on them. That's why the curse is going on and on in our generation. This is the last precept. Go to 68. Deuteronomy 28 and 68.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
With ships. Now you got to remember, we walked into Egypt. Last time in the beginning, we walked into Egypt. And Moses led us out of Egypt by walking. But he said this time, this Egypt, we're gonna be on a ship. Now Egypt it's got a meaning for Egypt. Go to Exodus 20.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Out of the house of bondage. What is another word, Israel, for bondage? Slavery. Read that out.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships.
With what?
With ships.
Now we came on ships. The so-called Mexican, they went on ship and all in Spain and in Europe, all through there. The so-called black, they went on slave ship in 1619 from West Coast Africa all over here. So we were transport all over, all the four corners of the earth. We were shipping.
And what that African say when you ask them? He said, "How did your forefathers get here?" He said, "On American Airlines."
Yes. Yeah. I'm like, whoa. I'm like, well, you ain't the one. Well, come on, ship then.
Oh, crazy.
So that let us know. See, that let us know that he wasn't a part of us. He probably did. You know, he probably is us, but he don't have the knowledge of that. You know what I'm saying? So
God.
Go ahead and keep reading up.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
What was not going to see it no more? We were not going to see our homeland. We were not going to see Jerusalem anymore. Now you got the fake Jewish in our homeland. They over there fighting over our land. They fighting over our land. But the Most High said, when the real people, when the real Jews come back there, it's gonna be peace. Ain't no peace over there right now. Because them the fake Jews. We are the real Jews here. Right here, live, looking at them. I look at the so-called black man. I look at the so-called Mexican man, Spanish man. I look at the so-called Native American. We are the children of the book. We are that's our whole land over there. Read up.
Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
He said we were going to be sold unto our enemy. We were sold to our enemy. The so-called African and the Israelite went in there. They took us, stole us. Then they came in there and sold us to the enemy. Then the enemy came over here, sold us on the auction blocks. Man, we were just getting sold everywhere.
God.
We were just like, get sold here, get sold there. We was get sold everywhere around here. That's us, Israel. Go to Exodus 13:3.
The book of Exodus, chapter 13, verse 3. And Moses said unto the people, remember this day in which came out of Egypt,
You heard
out
what
of
Moses
the
said?
house of bondage.
When Moses said, remember this day that when the Most High had him lead us out of Egypt, out of the house of bondage, out of the house of slavery. Read up.
For by strength of hand, the Lord brought you out from this place. There shall no leavened bread be eaten.
The Most High brought us out of there. Like the Most High gonna bring us out of this place. But this time, he's not gonna use Moses. He's gonna use Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Yahweh. He's coming back. You know what I'm saying? A Mashiach gonna come back and get us. The true king. The king of kings and the Lord of Lord. And this is the last precept. Give me Hosea 9:3. This is the last precept.
The book of Hosea, chapter 9 and verse 3. They shall not dwell in the Lord's land.
Read that again,
They shall not dwell in the Lord's land. But Ephraim shall return to Egypt.
Ephraim is the head tribe of the northern tribe. Did the Most High say he shall return to Egypt? Mean he will shall return into slavery.
God.
So the northern tribe, you so-called Mexican, and you so-called Native American, you are the children of Israel. It speaks about you in here. You going onto slave ship too.
To bag your point up, to bag that point up, I'm gonna go to Exodus 14 and 13.
Read it.
And it says, this book of Exodus, chapter 14, verse 13. And Moses said unto the people, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians whom ye have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. Meaning that we ain't gonna see that Egypt again.
Yes.
The slavery we're gonna go into is gonna be that Egypt, which is here in the United States of the wicked America.
God. Finish that 68 out, and and give a law.
Okay. Deuteronomy 68 and a law. Get back there to that thing. All right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into slavery again with ships. By the word whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bond men and bond women. And no man shall buy you.
So no man shall buy you mean no man shall save us. Even Martin Luther King tribe, Marcus Garvey's tribe, Malcolm X tribe, all these great people, you know what I'm saying, in that area, Harry Tubman, all them, they tried to bring us out. But it's only one true man gonna bring us out. That's Yahweh Bashem Hamashiach Yahweh. He's gonna bring us out. He's gonna bring us out and put us on good ground.
That's right.
Give us a law, if you got a law.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them concerning the feast of the Lord, which ye shall proclaim to be holy convocation. Even these are my feasts. 6 days, verse 3, 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Ye shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwelling. So no matter where we live, we're not supposed to do nothing. But in this captivity, we have to work on the Sabbath. We have to do all kind of things on the Sabbath. And a lot of us is so against the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. That's the reason why a lot of our butts is still being punished.
God. And what we say with that, we say shalom. We say keep the law, statute, and commandment. Kwan Yasharala.
Kwan Yasharala.